Now, back in 1958, the Prime Minister of the day, Harold Macmillan, said we'd never had it so good. And Britain's teenagers were getting down to the sounds of our next guest's first ever single in milk bars up and down the land, giving birth to British rock and roll.
Come on, pretty baby, let's move it on a groovy. Well, shake, oh baby, shake, oh honey, please don't lose it. The rhythm that gets into your heart and soul.
50 years on, he's put pen to paper to share his remarkable life story and his career at the very top of the pop tree. Would you please welcome Sir Cliff Richard?
Congratulations and celebrations. I tell everyone that you're in love with
me. Congratulations. I can't believe it. And I saw that award and I thought I must change into my tie.
Very nice.
You must feel fantastic.
We do. Actually,
yeah, we do feel a bit under par, actually.
Well, no, I've been watching you. I'm not quite sure what you got up to, but it sounded good.
Yeah, we had a great time. Listen, when you sort of see clips like that of yourself all those many moons ago,
yeah,
does it seem like a different person?
in a way it does. When I look at it, it's definitely a different person. But in actual fact, the 50 years seems to have gone like a flash.
Yeah.
Because there was so much to do all the time, you know, and so therefore it's just gone. It's only now that I'm starting to reflect and think, oh my goodness, it was that long ago, 50 years ago, 5 years before the Beatles, before the Stones. You know, that's always nice to have under my belt.
And when that sort of thing, when Move It came out, you were sort of being portrayed as the real bad boy, weren't you? You were a bit naughty, really.
I think I was never naughty. The bad boy thing came out because we were desperate to have an answer to Elvis. So, oh, Cliff is Britain's answer to Elvis. Like, nobody was an answer to Elvis. I mean, he didn't ask any questions anyway. He just did his thing. But they kind of wanted to say that I was... Mind you, they said, this man is too sexy for television. I mean...
Really? Do you know, I agree with them.
So do I. It's still true, but they don't say it anymore.
If only they would.
But 50 years, do you ever get bored?
Do you know what?
I mean, doing what you do, do you?
No, sometimes I get tired. People have asked me that after a tour. You do a tour and maybe it lasts 3 months. It's not every day. We have breaks every now and then, days off here and there. What I come off feeling is really physically drained. And you think, oh, no, why do I do this? And about 2 days later, you think, I wonder what I'm going to do next. It just never gets boring.
So you carry on and do it again, yeah.
Also,
absolutely.
do you find from when you started and then it changed so dramatically, didn't it, the whole pop industry?
Oh, yeah.
And not in a good way in many ways, for
In
people
many
like
ways.
yourself. I mean, apart from the fans were always with you all the way, but, you know, the radio station stopped
Well,
playing
radio is, to me, rock and roll and radio are hand in glove, you know. I can remember times when Bruce Welsh and he was producing some stuff for me, and we weren't sure how this record sounded. We'd phoned Roger Scott, who was at Capitol Radio, wheel him down a CD, or, no, in those days, cassette. He would play it over the air, and we would get in the car and listen to it and go, oh, no, we need more guitar and a bit more bass. I mean, I don't know that could ever happen anymore. So radio and rock and roll went together. They've now become compartmentalised, you know. Some stations just play this stuff, some people play this stuff, some people aim at 10-year-olds, some at 100 years olds, and I get played on the 100-year-old ones.
I was going to say, are you on the radio now? Because you were famously banned, weren't you, from Radio 2?
Well, I don't know that they actually banned me. For some reason, they didn't.
They took you off the playlist, didn't
It was
they?
Millennium Prayer. It's strange to me that that record, which was not... I don't think it was a particularly... controversial thing. In fact, when I chose to do it, the first idea had come my way, and I said, you're talking about the Lord's Prayer sung to Auld Lang Syne, and I'm behind my back, I'm going, ugh, because it sounded such a dreadful idea. Then I heard the demo and I thought, wait a minute, there's all harmonies we could do here. And I thought, for the millennium, what a great theme to have, that we say, let's look forward to the future, please. Keep us fit, keep us fed, help us to be forgiving to the world. And I thought it was a great millennium theme. Not the greatest record I've ever made.
I love your new single. I just
have you
absolutely...
heard it already?
I've heard it. I had a little sneak listen.
Oh,
That's
great.
okay. And there's a lyric in it that's... It's called Thank You for a Lifetime, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're going to perform for us at the end of the show. But I think there's a line in it. Does it say, I've given you a lifetime and you've given me the time of your life? Is that to your
that's
fans?
the kind of... the end of each chorus says, I gave you a lifetime, but you gave me the time of my life. And it's a great lyric, actually. And what I liked about it was I didn't think I was going to find one like this. I was always going to be on one of those.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's slightly more than slightly autobiographical. It talks about 50 years ago, a kid stood on a stage, and I can remember it, you know, Hanley-Stoke-on-Trent, first gig, terrified, and then he tried to hold his nerve until he heard that first bit of the music, and it was off and running.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just nice to be able to sing that and say thank you to people. I know some people are going to say, oh, how corny this all is, but...
Well, for those who love the song, where can they get it? Because it's out, isn't it? Is it out now?
Yeah, I'd like to say you can buy it in all record stores, but you can't, actually. Only at Woolworths. No, but listen, there are 850-odd Woolworths
I was
around
going to say,
the
there's
country.
plenty of them.
There's one up my
And there's
high
also-
street.
There's
There's
one you
yeah.
can drop in any time.
Exactly.
There's a CD box set coming out as well, isn't there?
There's a TV box set coming out, I think, nearer Christmas.
Yes, right.
And actually, I think you might like the title. I've called it "And They Said It Wouldn't Last."
Well, listen, you are going to stick around, aren't you, for,
yeah,
for
of
some
course.
more chat, and we're
Okay.
going to perform for us a little bit after the break, yes?
Try and get me away.
Cliff Richard, everybody. Back soon. We'll see you soon.